I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. 35. Today, we're talking to, I know you see the background. I got one of the star players in the MAC, very highlighted player. We're gonna hear his story. We're gonna hear where his heart is, where he's coming from, who he is as a man, as a person, what makes him a linebacker. Yes, this is the series, A Heart of a Linebacker. And let us introduce our guest, Mr. DeeJ. What's up, DeeJ? How you doing, man? We gotta let him get on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, DeeJ?
How you doing?
How you doing, my man?
I'm doing well.
I'm representing the Bowling Green too.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, my man?
I'm doing well.
How's school treating you?
It's good. I finished up the other day, actually. I'm in the NBA program here, so that's good. Going good right now.
That's what's up. So, to all my audience, this is Mr. DeeJ. Mr. DeeJ, tell them what position you play.
I'm a linebacker.
Linebacker. And this is our story today, the heart of a linebacker. DeeJ, we call I had you on the show to hear your story. I'm from Mississippi. I love a good story. We call it the bucket list. We sit around a bucket, around a fire, and hear a bunch of people's stories. So, DeeJ, let's start out with you, man. Where you from? Where your high school from? Where you come from, DeeJ?
So I'm from Tennessee. I live in Belvedere, Tennessee. I went to Huntley High School. It's a very small public school, but I love it. So I graduated there in 2017. So I've been in college. It's been going on my 6th year, so I've been around for a while now.
Okay, so you had that COVID year, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Now I've seen some highlights of you in high school, DeeJ. You play running back too,
Right.
and people, let me tell y'all something. DeeJ was trucking seafood, man. Hey, he can stick. Don't get me wrong, DeeJ. You can stick, but man, you had the footwork, man. You was rolling, son. I mean, I like, look at this dude. Is linebacker his position, but you was rolling, man. So when you come out of school, you were a 3-star prospect. What made you want to play running back in high school?
So originally, of course, like offense always gets the love, the touchdowns, the highlights, and all that stuff. So just growing up, that's where I played at, and I played defense, but not as much like to like think I was gonna be a linebacker in college and stuff like that. So me growing up, like I was always like a running back and just being like trying to be the best offensive back that was on the team. Growing up, so in high school, I played running back, and then when I was getting my during the recruitment, all these college coaches tell me linebacker, linebacker, linebacker. And like originally, I'm thinking like I'm going D1 for running back, this and that and the third. So like my offensive coordinator, Coach Reed at the time, was just talking to me about like how like running backs, they're kind of like, I don't want to say it, like linebackers get paid more than running backs in the league. So I'm thinking like, okay, so that's an upside to it. Then like on my visits, some of the coaches were telling me like because I played running back, my instincts and like my footwork would be good, and like a good linebacker has played running back in their like career before. So that's why like, I just made the transition to play linebacker, and I've been loving it ever since.
Man, I'll tell y'all something, man. Now DeeJ ain't no little dude. Don't tell me this dude. Now I'm a little dude. I'm a little guy. I should play running back, but DJ 6'2", right? You 6'2", right?
Yes, sir.
And I mean, this dude was rolling, looked like a little Derrick Henry out there, man. And so DJ, so during high school, what was recruiting like, man? Is it like it is now, social media or stuff like that, or was it more like they come to the game, they give you a phone call or something like that?
So for me, the recruit process was kind of slow at first. So I got hurt my freshman high school. I had to miss a season. So sophomore year came around, I had a really good season. Then junior year came around, I had a really good season as well. And then like by then I'm thinking like nobody's hit me up and all that stuff. So it's kind of slow. But then my junior year spring is whenever I started getting all the looks and everything. And then going into like my senior year, I kind of was like already set with like D1 schools and everything. But like for me, it was like very social media. Like after it started like hitting hitting fast and stuff, it was like Twitter. All the coaches was following me on Twitter and DM me on Twitter, get my phone number off Twitter, and just contacted me through there. And like, yeah, it would be phone calls and stuff. And then I didn't have any coaches come to a game. I had some at my at like exposure camps. So I had some come to exposure camps that they knew I was going to be at. But like game wise, I don't think I had any coaches come to the game, but they did like come to like camps to see me play. But it was very much like digital, like with Twitter and phone calls and stuff like that.
Man, I tell you, man. So who was recruiting you the hardest? What were some schools that was recruiting you back then? Like legit wanted you to come
so
on.
My three schools I was going to go to was it was going to be Vanderbilt at first, Purdue, and then like Wake Forest. During the recruitment process, I was really leaning towards going to Purdue, which is like the Big Ten, so that would have been good. But like Wake Forest was like, they just like stood out to me. Like Coach Clark Lee, who's the head coach at Vanderbilt now, which is ironic, he was recruiting me to go to Wake, and like we'd be on the phone for like an hour, 10, hour, 15 minutes. And like with him, it was more about stuff outside of football. Like he has kids and stuff, and like I hear them in the background. He'll tell me stories about his kids. We'll just talk about like life in general. And like I didn't know it, but like that, like those moments, like was a coach that cared more about like his players and stuff like that. So that's why I went to I didn't know Wake Forest was in North Carolina. I didn't know there was an ACC, none of that stuff. And then I took a visit. The campus is beautiful. And then when I went there, it was just like the second home. And I just like really fell in love with the people there, coaches there, and everybody like that. Because like Wake Forest is very like a family-oriented like university. It's one of the smallest like P5 universities, but like it was very family-oriented, which is also a good thing because like me going to a small public school, it kind of had that same feel to it instead of me going to a big university with like 30, 40,000 people. So I just really fell in love with the campus and like the people around there.
That's it. Man, I'm speaking with Mr. DeeJ, linebacker for Bowling Green. If y'all want to hit me up, hit the phone line, 567-343-0502. Shoot me a text message or some kind of question you want me to ask him at the end of the interview. Now, DeeJ, but you went to Wake Forest, right?
Correct.
So, I seen some of your highlights. You turned Tulane up. Man, I mean, that one cat, he won't ever forget 46. He won't ever forget you, man.
Yes, sir.
So you went to Wake Forest. Y'all had a pretty good season last year.
We did.
Y'all had a pretty good season last year. So based off that, What brought you to BG in the transfer portal?
So my time at Wake, like it was very. I had a very like ups and downs at Wake. So my freshman year, I played in 5 games. So I missed my redshirt year. That was okay with me because I wanted to play. So my sophomore year, I was a starting middle linebacker, and then that spring I ended up getting injured, and then from there on, it was like very I was like battling like ups and downs and like especially my mental and like emotional levels, and like me being injured, I tore my ACL and LCL in my knee, but then I came back the 2020 season, but like I didn't have the production that I did in my sophomore season,
Right.
so like my confidence was going going real low and stuff like that, and then like my 2021 season last year, it was like I was playing way more than I did the year before, but like my role on the team wasn't where I wanted to be at yet. And then it was kind of like, I don't know, like I feel like I was dragging out my time there. Like after a while, especially after the injury, it was like I was so down on myself that it like took a toll on me, and like, I felt like I was just dragging my time there. And like of course I wasn't like happy with the role on the team, so it was just kind of like to the point like you got time to let this go. It was almost to the point it was like I wasn't gonna take this last year to COVID. I was either gonna I needed the last spring that I had with Wake. I needed that to happen because like after that 2020 season, it was kind of like I'm about to just graduate and just go get a job, like go get a real job,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
And it was just very like stressful and stuff. But I had a really good spring and a really good camp. And then so it brought some of my confidence back. And like I said, like I played way more in a season I did the year before. So it kind of like started building that confidence back up, you know? But then it was just time to like part ways and stuff like that and just try something new, which is why I'm glad I really did that though.
Yeah. So now since you're at BG, and I was looking at y'all roster, your defensive coach made top 50 in the nation, your linebacker coach.
Right.
So what influence is he having on you? What is he teaching you that making you better and gain more confident in your game?
Like Coach Mo or Coach, we call him Coach Mo, but the Coach Steve Morrison, but he just like instilled like confidence in me, like telling me like I'm a really good linebacker. I have potential to be an NFL linebacker and stuff like that. And like plus with him, he played 4 years in the league. Mm-hmm. So just hearing that come from like a person that's been in the NFL and stuff like that really like does something to a player. Like if you hear that from somebody that's been there and done that, it's kind of like the confidence booster and like the levels go up even more. And like him just like me allowing him to coach me and him like taking a chance on a player that I thought I was just washed up and done, but him like telling me like, no, you still got like that potential you say you once had, stuff like that. So just hearing that from him and just being in the room with those guys and stuff like that, it just really like brought that spark back in me. So I really enjoyed my time here at BG. I love the coaches. Coach Lefter, love him. Coach Mo, love him. Coach Elu, love him. All the defense coach Kemp, Coach LaWanson, all of them.
Man, that's a nice story. And so when you was going through this, your injury and stuff, and coming over to BG, what did your folks say? Your mom, your pops, the person who influenced you, helped motivate you. How did they support you during this process?
So I just live with my mother. My dad's not in my life, but with my mom, she just like I'm her oldest son, so she's gonna support me wherever I go. It was kind of funny because it was between here or UTSA. So I was gonna go after the portal, and then like with her, she just like loved me so much. I was planning on going to UTSA, but she asked me how far it was, and I was like, it's like a 14-hour drive, so you probably had to fly every time. But she didn't want to hear that. She knew like 14 hours too much, and I was gonna be too far away from home. So then like we was talking about like BG and stuff like that. And it's just a 7-hour drive from the house. Wake was 6, so it's just an hour extra. But with BG, it kind of was the same thing that Wake did. It was like Coach Mo kept calling me like day in and day out, just talking to me. I was talking to the phone with Coach Lefter, Coach Mo, FaceTime my mom when she was at the house and stuff like that. So just seeing that and just seeing her like spark up and smile and stuff about like how the coaches cared about me here and stuff like that. So I knew like where I needed to go.
Right, man. There is no place like a place that make you feel like you at home, man.
Right.
Nothing like it. Now, so let's play a little game. You linebacker, right?
Right.
now say if you coaching you the NFL draft, you got these now. You can draft any one of these players, and the name come up Ray Lewis, T.J. Watt, and Lawrence Taylor, all linebackers. Lawrence Taylor, the great Lawrence Taylor. So, who would you pick? My man DJ, you on the clock.
So because of when I grew up and all that, I didn't really get to see Lawrence Taylor play. I know like it's the great Lawrence Taylor. He's a Hall of Famer, and like I've seen clips of him, but I didn't get to see him. But I did get to see Ray Lewis, and I seen how emotional he was and how he had tear up during national anthem because he was just too excited, and just how he just a student of the game, like just know the game. So
right,
I'm gonna have to say Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis, Ray, my man Ray. Listen, you say you the oldest child, so you got little brothers and you got brothers and sisters.
I got 2 younger brothers.
Okay, so they playing ball with it. How do you so your work ethic, your goals, so what you do, so how are you trying to set a good example for them, like in their goals and the things that they're gonna accomplish?
So my middle brother, he doesn't play sports, but like his work ethic is like crazy. Like he's gonna find a way. He's gonna get a job, or he's gonna find ways to like have an income, which is that's very good to see at his age. He's a senior this year, but like he was doing that when he was younger. Like even when he was younger at the church, he'll ask one of the deacons to clean up after to make a few extra dollars. Like, and just seeing that like from him is like very inspiring for me, because for me personally, I hated working. Like I try to work. I try to work in high school, and I just couldn't do it. And it's just like seeing that in him. Like I'm very proud of him for doing that and stuff like that. Just because I know like he's gonna be okay when he get older. Like he has that work ethic. Right. He's gonna get a job. He's gonna find ways to make money and all that. So it's very like promising in him. My younger brother, he's 8 right now, but he wants to play like football. So I think Mama is gonna put him in Pop Warner to see how that goes this year. So I can't wait to see. Like he loves coming to see me and stuff like that. And like, he loves watching like football videos and playing Madden. So like him seeing that at his young age too is just like, okay, like my 2 younger brothers, like I know they're gonna be okay when they get older, just because I know like they both have like dreams of being successful too. So that's just always good to see.
Yeah. So what position he thinking about playing? Linebacker, quarterback?
He wanted to play running back, which is like I said, how it starts out.
DJ like, nah, bro, you gotta get something else.
Yeah.
Man, running back, man. That's what I played. Well, like you, I came from a small school, Mississippi. We ain't had that many players, so I played everywhere. So
yeah,
that's what's up. So what are some? I talked to at your spring game about your spring game, dude. I came to the spring game. I know it started at 11. I made it there at 12. It was over with. I like, what in the world? But I did talk to some fans about this expectation of this year. So everybody's saying bowl game. Some say we want that championship. Some say bowl game. So, but most of them say if no other win, they want their I-75 battle. What do you know about that, DJ? The I-75 battle.
That's Toledo.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know much about it, but I know enough now that this team hates Toledo. So
yes, in that little city hate Toledo. I mean, man, you will see the many people's face turn so red. They're like, man, we gotta beat Toledo this year.
Right.
So bowl season. So I looked at your schedule. Now y'all got some. You'll be the first MAC team that ever played in the Rose Bowl. You know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you'll be the first MAC team to ever play in the Rose Bowl in California. So how you feel about crossing over to the West Coast and playing this team?
I'm actually pumped for it. And I feel like so we got a bunch of transfers on the team as well. But I also feel like me coming from Wake Forest and playing the Clemsons, the Florida States, the NC States and all that, like for me, that game is it's not like that game doesn't shock me, you know. Like it is like right. we're gonna it's the Rose Bowl and we're gonna play UCLA, but like that, like I said, like I'm ready to play them. So hopefully I just I'm excited to play them and Mississippi State. Like I want to like beat both of them teams. Like, I want both of those teams under like the L side of the column. Like,
oh man, don't talk about my Bulldogs like that. I'm so dude, that's a sore subject. I wish we would have had you linebacker. Lord have mercy, our boys. They watch the show and I'm like, oh y'all, they already know. I'm on them, man. I'm on them. But see, Coach Leach, you could have had you somebody. You could have had him, man. Anyway, so let me ask you this. What do you like? What is your game ritual? What do you do before every game or something you have to eat before every game or something like a little routine that you do?
So usually I'm a red meat guy. So I usually try to eat red meat like the day before, and then the day after I get very anxious. So I don't try to, especially like late night games. I won't like in the morning. I'll eat like some fruit or something light, and then like for lunch I'll try to get some kind of like lean meat. But I usually hate late night because it takes forever to come. But like if it's an early game, I'll eat the red meat the night before, and then like the day after I'll just make sure I eat something light. But then once we get on the field and stuff like that, I make sure I go warm up, but nothing too like strenuous because I don't want my legs to get tired out. And then I make sure I pray before the game as well. I'm a faithful guy, so I gotta make sure I pray. And then after that, whenever I go to the locker room, my music choice is R&B. I like R&B music before the game.
Oh my goodness! You the only person I ever interviewed that said they like their R&B.
For real?
Yes, I mean they like. Oh man, I gotta get some Lil Jon. I gotta get some Jeezy. I gotta get some.
I tried listening to that, but I like psych myself. Like that's what I'm saying. I psych myself out way too much, so I get too hyped at that point. So I gotta make sure like I'm already anxious enough. I'm already hyped for the game, so the R&B like balances out and gets me in the shoes like more calm and focused, like outlook on the game. Good
deal. Listen, so what is some of your goals for this year? Like what are you working toward? Like you see yourself in the film, you see yourself doing this. So what are some goals that DeeJ like I gotta work on this because this will make me better. So what is some of those things if you could share with us?
So for me, is for like technique wise is making sure that when I like as a point of attack that my feet is under me. Like like God bless me with like a powerful strike, but sometimes like it's a little too high. Like my point of attack is not like I'm not gonna play it back, but if I have my feet under me and I can extend, I can get off that block way faster and easier and I can go make a play. So for me it's just making sure like my feet at point of attack is under me. And then making sure that I get down to my comfortable playing weight. So after my injury, I gained like 10, 15 pounds after that. So I was probably like 232 to like 235. So I went up to like 245. I was even 250 at one point. So I'm just making sure that I get back down to my like goal playing weight, which would be like 233, 235 for the season, just because I know I'm comfortable at that, and like my stamina will be better, and making sure like my pursuit to the ball is like way better, and like I don't get tired out as quick during the game itself, So that's what this like summer is going to be dedicated for, just making sure like my technique's down, and then like just working on my stamina.
Good deal. So who do you mold your game after, DeeJ? Who's some people you mold your game after that's in the league now that some of the young people may know about?
I guess right now I like the way how Micah Parsons, he's very diverse and stuff like that. Like he can come off the edge and he can like play side to side in the middle linebackers. Just so like for me, like my feet and like my instincts to the ball is very like good. So I like if I need to win off the edge on the tackle, then I want to do that. And if in like my lineup, like my side to side with the movement in the middle of the box as well. So just like Michael Parsons, how diverse he is in the game.
Yes, my boy Script would love you, man, because he's a Cowboy lover. He's a lover, man. He's a lover. Darren Anders, and am I saying his name right?
Yeah, you are.
Darren. So you and him, y'all boys are something else, man. Y'all a dynamic duo. So let me ask you, what have you learned from him? What have have he given you? Because he was like what, top 15 in the nation in tackles?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So what are some things that he probably, some advice he probably gave you coming over, like y'all share each other?
So with Darren, he's very strong, like in the weight room and stuff like that. So just seeing him work out and stuff like that, like my bench is all right, but it's not like where it like needs to be. But like Darren, like he's so stout, and just like his work ethic is like it's crazy as well. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm the older guy in the room, but it's also I'm learning from the younger guys as well. So just seeing his work ethic and just knowing like how much he puts into the game and how much he like loves BG as well. That just like makes me even go even more harder, you know?
Right. So let me ask you this. We call it quick fire. Xbox, PlayStation, or Wii? PlayStation all day. What's your game?
I play Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto. I used to love the Assassin's Creeds.
Right.
So I'm probably gonna try to get back into those. And then also the Fallouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who is your pro team? Like in the NFL, what team you grew up rooting for? Was it Tennessee Titans?
Yeah, it was. So for me, like I didn't have a favorite team. I had like players. Like my favorite running back all time is CJ2K, of course. But like also at the time, like it wasn't like I was rooting for the Titans because he was on that team. But once he left, it was kind of like drifted away from them. But like I grew up because my family's like diehard Titans fans, so I grew up around like Titans fan, like watching Titans games and stuff like that. But like I really ain't got if I had to say my favorite team, it would be Tennessee Titans because that's the home team. You know?
So who your favorite linebacker that you like? Like one linebacker, like just come to mind, like that's my guy.
So back then it would be Ray Lewis. I used to love watching Ray Lewis, but now it'd be Micah.
Michael Parsons. Can you imagine you and Mike playing in the NFL when they're like, come on, DJ, let's smash this food. Can you imagine that?
It'd be crazy though.
That'd be crazy. So so what is something about yourself that not too many people know about? Like you like certain type of music, you can sing, cook, or some little thing that a lot of people don't know about DJ.
Let me see. That's hard because I'm an open book. No, okay. Well, I got 7 total brothers.
Okay.
But the other 5 is on my dad's side, but we not connected for real. So I guess just growing up with, when I was younger, I grew up with them. So just growing up with being around my 5 older brothers, they older than me, my 5 older brothers.
Okay.
So there's 7 boys, yeah.
But
other than that, I don't know, because like I said, I'm an open book. Most people know a lot of stuff about me. So
okay. So let me ask you this question. If you were gonna go to a fight, like I'm finna these dudes tripping, I'm finna go smash these people. Who on your team will you take to that fight? Pick one person, yeah.
Pick one?
Yeah, one person you could like, oh, he's down no matter what.
Shoot. That's a hard one too. Yeah. I'm gonna have to pass. That's a hard one because all the boys, especially BG, like all the boys, they, especially like, you got the offense, defense, but like on defense, right. So like if somebody's getting an argument, the whole defense is coming to like sell it out too. Like, so everybody's going for like to fix the problem. I'm gonna have to pass on that. I don't know.
All right. I can understand that. All right. So DJ, going down the stretch. So now since you at BG and you settle in and all this good stuff, what are some, like I got some young guys watching this show right now. What would you tell them? What would you tell the young guys about going to a school or committing to a school that they like? Do you want them to follow the crowd? Oh, I'm going to Alabama. These schools. Or just go to a school that wants you. So how would you help them to make their decision? Because I got some want to make some decision, but they don't know. They're like, they're on the edge.
I'll say just go to a school that it all depends what your goals is. So like if you like the Alabamas and stuff like that, don't expect to play early because the players there has been in the program at least a year longer and things like that, and they're as good as you if you up there in that tier of athletes. So if you like go to somewhere where you feel comfortable for one, and like also a school that wants you. Like some people, like you said, fall into the hype. I know some boys back home that went to school just because it was a bigger name.
Right.
And like for me, like I went to Wake Forest. Like I said, I didn't know Wake Forest in the ACC or where it was at, but because they made me feel comfortable and like was always like they made me feel wanted or like needed and stuff like that. That's why I went to them. And then like all the other things came on top of that. And just making sure like during that process, whenever you get to college, things are gonna be hard. Like nothing comes easy, of course, in life and in football. But like things are gonna be hard. But just stay the course. Like as long as you believe in yourself, it doesn't matter what somebody else tells you, And like the thing is with that, like as long as you have that confidence within yourself, it's okay to mess up. You're gonna mess up. And people mess up, and people are not perfect. But as long as you stay the course, and if you're faithful, make sure you keep the faith, and like just believe in yourself, then everything gonna work out in your favor. And that's what I learned. Like whenever, especially when I had my injury, like I didn't know what else to do. Like I was like, oh, this is it, this is over. But like I knew like my plan in life and like where I wanted to be at. So of course I had to know, like I had to make sure I stayed that course and not stray. Because of course once adversity happens, it's gonna be so many distractions to keep you on that path to adversity. So you gotta make sure you get back on the right path and just stay like positive. Like always stay positive. Like because things gonna get hard and things is not easy. But if you like have that like confidence within yourself, not from anybody else, like just within yourself, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, you hear that, boys? Good advice. And this from a guy who been down that road, all right? Listen to him, you bunch of knuckleheads. Most of them my family, but they a bunch of knuckleheads, knuckleheads. So last thing, before I let you go, DJ, what is a quote or some motto that you live by? Like something just when you feel down, when you feel like you need motivation, it could be a Bible verse, it could be something someone said or a movie that you said, you heard it from, just anything, just something that's, just get the wheels to turning.
So I go by this. So whenever I go by two quotes. Whenever like my main motto is like one reason. So my granny, she died March 13th, 2009. So like after like that death in the family, it kind of was like me and my cousin who played at Tennessee, who about to get drafted. Like we went by this motto, one reason. Like we got to make sure like the family's straight. Like that's the reason we doing this. The reason we keep going. This reason like everything's gonna look up to par. So that's my main motto, is one reason. But a motto that really like stuck out to me is after my injury that spring. So the linebacker coach at that time, he told me, because like I said, like I was a knucklehead in college, but like I kind of let me being like a young starter, like sophomore, the youngest player on the field, like start linebacker at ACC, sophomore season of college. So like I had everything going for me.
Right.
So I kind of let that like take over, and like I was getting out of who I was. But my coach told me after my injury, he was like, that might not be the best thing to happen to you, but it was the best thing to happen for you. So I kind of like went by that just because I knew like, say I did go to my like junior season of college, like all ACC linebacker, then if I had any kind of thing I was about to get drafted, I would have definitely declared. So for that would have meant I would have missed out on my degree at Wake, and then missing out on getting this NBA here, which is two like life goals people need to have in their life. Like that didn't agree. So many people can't take those away from me. So like I kind of like that motto kind of stood me because yeah, you're right. Like if I had the chance to go to the league after my junior, I definitely would have, regardless of me having one more year to graduate and like seeing how my life played out there. So like that motto, like not the best thing that happened to me, but the best thing that happened for me is like another motto I go by.
Okay. Man, DJ, My dude, hey, you know I'm coming to your game. I gotta make a couple of your game. I'm gonna be looking for. No, I'm not gonna say it. What number are you, DJ? Let everybody know what number.
Right now I'm number 17, but I'm working on getting this other number. So stay tuned.
Oh, stay tuned. Okay, hit your boy up and let me know what number you gonna be hitting up. All right, DJ.
I will.
All right. Before you go, let everyone know how they can find you on Twitter, social media, however you want to do it.
So my Twitter is at Decorian19. That's DACORIAN and then 19. And then my Instagram is DeeJ, which is DEEJ _Taylor. And then you just find me those two places.
Good deal. D, man, it was an honor and a blessing to have you on this show, on this platform, talking to the young kid. And man, did y'all hear the heart of a linebacker right here? This guy got it. And y'all need to go out to BG, to these games. If you out in the MAC, I know it's a lot of MAC school hating. They be hating. They're like, Reggie, you all you talk about BG and Toledo. I'm like, okay, whatever. But come and see this man. All right, come see him. We're looking for big things for you, DJ. I can't wait to see you play, and I'm be looking for that new number. All right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me.
Yes, anytime, man. Anytime. We're gonna have to have you back. All right?
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, everybody. Mr. DJ in the house. Peace.
Peace.
Well, everyone, that was Mr. DJ in the house. Man, very sound young man. We're looking for big things to have come in. The quote of the day is the quote that he gave me. And the one I'm representing his granny. One reason. Make sure your family is taken care of, you know? One reason. That's this quote. Man, you know, one reason. Everyone have a reason, but he has that one reason. That's family. And as you can see, young guys, it's not about the big schools. Yes, you can have this platform. I came from here, but go somewhere who wants you. Like he said, make you feel comfortable, make you be a family. Just get that cohesiveness, you know? Again, quote of the day is one reason by Mr. DJ. Given from his granny. Again, I respect that. That's a nice young man. Sound like he got his mind on pretty good. Getting his MBA. Go to the Bowling Green State University Falcons. You know, this is, again, if y'all know anybody, young man, women, it don't matter. You wanna hear their story? They got a good story? Hit me up. Again, this is 567-343-0502. Send me a text, call the line. If I don't answer, leave a business number, okay? Leave a message. Again, it's your boy, Mr. 35. And the last thing I have to say, and the only thing I have to say is cue my music.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.